My name is Noor Tarzi with Rise Again, where I interview entrepreneurs who had challenges. Those challenges are basically becoming an immigrant, coming from a different country, facing extra challenges. We all share the same entrepreneurial challenges, but yet as an immigrant, we have our own extra challenges that we go through. Before we get started, I would like to thank Dina Production for sponsoring those videos. And if you would like to show your business in an awesome video, go to noordarzi.com/video, and I would love to introduce you to Dina Production. Now, we have our guest. I'm very happy to have you here, Leo.
Thank you. It's
Thank
a
you
pleasure
for coming. Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Leo is an entrepreneur, faced many challenges, and made it to own his own restaurant, Villa Roma.
Yes.
When did you make that decision?
Well, as soon as I started working in a restaurant business, like 20 something years ago, I started working like a dishwasher.
Mm-hmm.
I learned some culinary classes before I came. So the way to start in a business and to start in a restaurant business is to get involved in something. So I started doing the dishwasher for maybe about 8 months. So I always have the mentality to have my own business at the end.
Good.
And the only way to make a little profit to create it. So I always have the idea to have something for me. And and actually at the end is the way to, or the purpose that I came for. I mean, I come from my own country to change, leave the family, leave the whole thing behind. So I need to transform. I need to do something better. If not, maybe you can stay back. So
Absolutely. There's a lot to chat about when it comes to transformation.
Yes.
So you start at a dishwasher.
Yes.
Did you own the same restaurant that you work at?
No,
Or you
no, but I love to do that.
You
I always go back and see it.
Okay.
And actually, there's another place in Laguna Beach, pretty close. I think now they try to sell it, and I'm so excited to have it.
Okay.
But the first one, I love to have the same place. It's like a dream come true.
Okay.
Yeah, something I really want to do that.
Let me know when you do, and
I
then
will.
we would love
I
to
will.
chat with you again.
I will for sure.
All right, let me take you to your childhood.
Yes.
Where were you born?
I'm born in La Barca, Jalisco, in Mexico, pretty close to Guadalajara. And this place, maybe it's around 93,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
And I grew up in a little, very tiny town. Maybe it's like 2,000 people living there. So it's pretty close to La Barca. So I went to my schools there, and until maybe the 13, 14 grades. And so I live all the way around La Barca.
Awesome. How old were you when you moved to US?
I was 22 years old when I came.
Take me to those moments, the first year of being in US. How did it go?
Well, when I'm planning to come to the United States, you hear all these histories about people who come and they have some money, they have a different kind of life, they go back and they show something different.
Correct.
And in my old town, I mean, I work all the time. I get my first car, very old car, when I was 17. So I work a lot for those things. But maybe the way that I come, or they want to come to the United States, is because I want to have something faster, maybe have a nice income, and create something different. I mean, a different change in my life. So I come to the United States. I try to do that, and I leave my work. I used to work. I have this company. They sell products for the fields, seeds, and all these kind of chemicals for the fields. So I work with this company. So I leave everything behind to try to get a different life and a different way to live.
How the culture shock go?
Oh, huge. I always say that when you get to the border, there's this big wall separated. After that, there's a huge one with the language, English, all these changes with different cultures, a mix of all these communities from around the world. I think that at the end, this is that make this country different.
The diversity.
They make it different. The diversity they have in food and wine, cars, people, families, all these kind of different histories. So that part is is the biggest one, but I love it. I mean, I get involved with any kind of situations, any kind of races. I mean, I'm fine with that.
So did you adjust quick?
Yeah, very fast. I try to do
Good, good.
because the faster you do it, I think is the faster you want to move on. So
Absolutely
yeah,
true. So a lot of us, as when we move to a new country, we try to resist change. Do not resist change.
exactly.
Change is a good thing. We have to
Yeah.
evolve. We have to change. We
Yes.
have to adjust fast in order to success in your journey.
Correct. That's right. Yeah.
Great. Now, moving back to the businesses, you came, you worked at different companies, you work at a restaurant. How were you able to actually buy a restaurant
Okay. Well,
or open your big
yeah.
restaurant?
When I was working like dishwasher, I learned a few things, the basic stuff in the restaurant. But then I traveled to Italy. Europe, a few countries. I need to learn more of the culture, more of the food, more of these kind of combinations. So the way that I work until now is I get on the walk-in or on the refrigerator, I open the doors and I grab stuff. I mean, I grab different kind of oil, seeds, dressings. I mean, everything. I put it together, and I create my own stuff. Doesn't make a difference from the rest. So I travel a little bit, and then I come back and I have a different ideas to do that. We opened the first restaurant in Laguna Hills, and where it's located right now, and I have no money. That's a big issue. So I have a couple credits, 2 or 3 cars to sell. So I sell everything. I do the own construction. I do the tiles, I do the ceilings, I do the drywall. I remember at night times my hands are bleeding because I don't used to do that. And so I put some tapes on it and some creams or something. By the next day in the morning, 7 o'clock, I get up and I'm ready to go. Yeah, I really, I mean, I have to do it. I mean, there's no issues. So there's nothing like, maybe I can give up. And no, I want to continue. And I go all the time there and put all of my heart and everything. So that's the way that I start. And I have only like pretty close maybe to $14,000-15,000, no more than that.
Wow.
So when we start the business.
Good.
Yeah.
How long have you been in the restaurant, Bella Roma?
And now we celebrating 12 years.
12 years.
Yes.
Exciting.
12 years, and I always exciting to maybe try to open another one.
Good. That's very exciting news because we know a lot of entrepreneurs fail or they close their doors in the first 5 years.
Yes.
You by far passed that 5 years mark.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that. So that's how you build success. Yes. By bleeding, by doing things with your hands, by working really hard to achieve your dreams. That's the only way for success. There is no secret, no shortcuts.
Correct. Yeah.
Awesome. If you would like to share a book with us, what would it be?
I really like to learn. Read different books, but this is inspirational books from it's a Latin American author, and Paulo Coelho. I always learn about him. I learn everything, and I get this inspirational stuff. And also Garcia Marquez, this amazing. Those two are the best. I mean, they're my favorite ones. Yeah, and something about the business. Let me go back a little bit. The second one that I want to open is with my own crew. I have like 10 people working with me since the first day. I will do something with them. So I wanted to get involved, and I want to give the opportunity to get entrepreneurs besides to go work in the restaurant.
Good. Very interesting to hear. So going back to all those challenges, now you're successful, you made it, you built the restaurant. You've been in business for 12 years.
Yes.
We know it didn't happen overnight. Take me to your worst entrepreneurial moment. What was like the worst thing you have faced since you came to us?
I think the worst part was when the recession came. At the same time of the recession, we used to have, or until now, we have some Latin music. We have some live entertainment. Jazz on Thursdays, Latin music Fridays and Saturdays, and tango nights on Sundays, because now we have the little mix with Argentinian. So we have Argentinian Italian food. We have some issues. The city get involved, and they want us to do a new license for the music. It's like 2 or 3 different companies of the music that they need to get paid, and sometimes something that you don't even know that you need to pay for those rights. So they cut off the music. The recession come on top of it. We have some issues with a drain company because of draining. So we need to close for a week, and then remodeling. and all this transaction was the worst
Worst work.
because yeah. So the worst part, I don't want to cut any salaries in anybody because I know they have family.
Correct. Yeah.
So something that I can do was cutting my salary, cutting my partner's salaries until we survive. So we don't have pay for maybe 4 or 5 months.
Wow.
Yeah, so we need to work and see what way to get
To make
money
it.
to survive.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when we talk about entrepreneurial, we feel like, okay, it's this thing that I will make a lot of money and I have time and I have a flexible schedule. The reality is very
Yeah,
different. It takes a lot of work before you start making money, and it takes a lot more work than just being
yes.
an employee. Before we let you go, what would be one piece of advice that you give to a new immigrant who would like to open a business?
Well, something they have to do. Number one, dream and dream big. There are no limits for dreaming. But one day you need to wake up and realize those dreams because you know you want to keep it dreaming all the time and always. Don't forget where you're coming from. Don't forget where you are, and never leave your family, never leave your co-workers, never leave the community back. So I think is the most important thing because behind the restaurant, behind that we do the stuff, all the stuff that we do is more involved. We
Okay.
have an organization with cancer. We bring
Mm,
kids from South America and Mexico.
interesting.
Um, we help the Illumination Foundation. We help Rooster Foundation. We have Cancer Society. We have Alzheimer's Society. So we are involved with the
With the
community.
community, that's
Yeah, so
very
we help the
interesting.
schools. We have the Laguna Hills High School, Linda Vista Elementary School. So we get involved with all this outside work.
Yes.
So we never forget all these things, and I always help people. I mean, we always try to help. I bring food to the homeless by the river, Santa Ana River,
Hmm.
pretty close here, and I go there once a week in Santa Ana. So we try to help a little bit. Those and Illumination Foundation did something pretty good. They try to move these people from their living and make it succeed in a different way. There's not only to feed them. I mean, it's something to. There's a process to get it out of there.
Absolutely
So
true.
that's the best way. So that's why I get involved with all this stuff, and I really like it.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Leo, it's my pleasure to chat with you. Thank you so much for
No, it's
being
real
with
pleasure.
us with
Thank you.
today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching us today. And before we let you go, I would like to thank our affiliate, Regis, for hosting us here at their offices. Regis offer furnitured offices, virtual co-working places. If you need an office, go to noortarzi.com/office. I would love to introduce you to an area manager in your city. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.